What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Power Book 4 Season 1, Episode 9. Okay? Listen, so we ain't get no episode last week for whatever reason. Um, I heard it was some issues that was going on. Okay. I heard it was some issues that was going on, what's his name? 50 Cent is always bitching and moaning to stars and talking crap about stars, and I heard that the episode had leaked for a second, but hey, it is what it is. I didn't see it. I'm seeing it right now. But we get into the episode, and baby, honestly, let me just put this out here. They should have never skipped the last week, because we could have been on the season finale. If next week is the season finale, they could have put it on the season finale. This could have been it this week. But anyway, we start the episode right. So Vic is like having this hallucination about being in the car, Gloria talking to him and still being alive. And yeah, he got shot up or whatever, but everybody's still there. But then she dies, okay? And we realize that he is in the hospital, and Walter is he's in a trance, okay? He's shocked and everything. So Walter is trying to, jog him out of that. Victor, son. I'm sitting here like, sir, what you got to say? Because you ain't give a damn about him, that lady. He was like, you know what? They shot at me. Gloria's dead. It was like, Gloria's dead. Bitch, this whole time I'm sitting here like, oh, Walter finna play this. And I'm trying to see which angle he gonna play this, right? So you already had Polly, who told Vic that, Tommy was lying, or no, Tommy was up there at your daddy's house, as if the daddy didn't call Tommy there, okay? So now Vic is already thinking, oh, I can't trust this motherfucker. This motherfucker don't respect me and everything. So F him. I'm not going to take the car keys because he a liar, okay? So now you got the daddy coming in there basically telling him, because Vic said this was the Serbs that did it. And he was like, yeah, but the Serbs is doing this, and this is also Tommy Egan, okay? He done linked up with the Serbs and all this stuff. They got a truce going on. They the ones that put this whole thing out there or whatever. You can't trust him. He was like, yeah, I knew I couldn't trust that motherfucker because he was fucking around with Gloria and everything, And because Vic was like, you got what you wanted. You got what you wanted, you know? I was just like, oh, wow. Walter trying to make it seem like he ain't want that lady dead or that he ain't want them apart. He was like, no matter what it was, I ain't ever want this to happen or whatever, woo, woo, woo. And again, he just putting it all up in his mind that this is Tommy Egan. And I'm sitting here like, Vic is so damn dumb. Okay, Vic is so damn dumb. Like, you've been working with this man how long? You know what I'm saying? Even though he ain't really been up in the city that long, but you've been working with him enough to know how he roll a little bit. Like, he ain't finna be working off of pure emotion. He ain't got nobody that he in love with. He wasn't in love with that bitch. So if something happened to her, something happened to her, okay? Meanwhile, Tommy over there collecting money, okay? He got D-Mac over there collecting all the money. They talking about how the money stank and it's more germs and shit on $100 bill than a freaking toilet and all that. I said, that's nasty. Okay. You know what? He was like, how much did we take in? He was like a little bit over 18%. Don't be modest. Say what it is. Okay, we took in 18.2 something. Okay, he was like, look at you. That's what I'm talking about. Tommy went from being so happy about him being a smart kid to telling him, listen, I used to know somebody that was just as smart with numbers and things like that with you, like you are. And he was like, what happened to him? He was like, he was in the same field as I am, but he no longer here. Your name, you never know when it's your day to come, okay, when you out here in these streets. And then it went from him telling him about ghosts, because that's who he was telling him about, to him basically saying, you need to do something better with your life. You got a life to live out here, and you need to get up out of this shit because, again, a bullet really has no name on it. You know what I'm saying? And so nobody knows when your time is going to come. Meanwhile, you got PJ JB, he over there at the grandma house, putting some stuff up. The daddy come there trying to see how he doing. He feeling down, just feeling like he still don't know a part of him because he didn't know Miriam that well, but he still liked her or whatever, and still feel like a part of him is missing. And he wind up calling Kate, and the daddy was like, so what she say? She said a little bit of shit. I just told her that, I'm your son and your mom and dad, and then I hung up. And he was like, well, what you expecting her to say? I don't know. But shit, at that you miss me and you've been thinking about me. But then again, it's like, I'm pretty sure she would have been lying saying that. And the daddy was like, well, maybe she probably wasn't, okay? But at the same time, I feel bad for JB because JB knows nothing of his maternal side of his family. Like, he literally just met Miriam. She passes away in the process of trying to get to know him, or I should say him trying to get to know her, because she has dementia or whatever, and she wasn't really in her right mind, don't even know who he is like that. And then she passes away, and then your mama neglected you for whatever reason. She neglected you, and your son is not in your life. And he said, you know what? That's why right now all of this stuff is just making me want to find my son and have a connection with him even more. I said, I hope so. I pray to God that you do that. Meanwhile, Liliana, she meets up with Tommy, making sure everything is cool, okay? Like, what's been going on? We got a drop to do. We finna drop this Dahlia right here on the north side at Flynn's foot or whatever. Can't wait to see how that looks for him, and they just going through the motions of all that. Meanwhile, they waiting on Claudia. We see Claudia outside the club, with her main girl, the redhead, getting something from this guy who kept staring her down. She gets up in there in the car. She got the package, right? She looking at it. Okay, cool. Everything's good. Meanwhile, old girl was like, I like looking at you walk. I like looking at you work or whatever. And then old girl's like, I like being watched. I said, ugh. Next thing you know, they get about to start kissing, and she about to finger to bang her, whatever. And she couldn't even get her fingers all the way underneath the dress before she get a phone call from the daddy. And she answered it. She was like, Vic got shot. Come home. I said, oh shit. She said, bitch, get out the car. She was like, what? Get the fuck up out the car. I said, now see, bitch, that would have been my last day. That would have been my last day, because you're not gonna talk to me like that. First of all, you're not gonna get me excited like you finna do me, and then you're gonna kick me out like I'm some whore on the street. No, I'm putting in my resignation right here, right now. Okay. Meanwhile, Claudia get there, and he was like, he in shock. Okay. Gloria's dead. Okay. And at this point, Claudia is looking like, you know what, this is fucked up that she dead. She can't believe Gloria's dead. He talking about it's a tragedy, but the way that he's speaking, she, for some reason, she just gives me that feeling like she don't buy the shit that he's saying and the way that he's putting things off. It was like, he really loved her. This is going to hurt him. And it was like, yeah, you need to go out there and show him that, we here for him and we just going to be a family. That's what we need to do. Put up this family front. Meanwhile, she do go out there and talk to him and basically come to the conclusion that, Vic told her that Tommy had something to do with it. It was the Serbs and Tommy. She's sitting there like, now, bitch, I'm not finna put it all out there that I've been working with Tommy. But, Tommy ain't do this. This just don't sound like Tommy. Like, see, listen, let me just tell you this, Vic. I don't know Tommy that well, but what I do know, he's smart, he's strategic, okay? Let me get my words together. It's late, all right? And he don't look like the type that'll do some shit like this, okay? Like, he stay undercover, he stay underground. This ain't him, And it was like, what would be the reason why he would do this to you, okay? And then especially do it with Gloria in the car or whatever. Of course, Vic told him about the fact that, he had came to see him, told him that, the daddy was going to put a hit out on Gloria. They need to get out, take the back roads, take this dummy car or whatever. And she said, well, you should have took the car because look what happened. Yeah, but at the same time, since he working with the Serbs, like Daddy said, he could have switched it out and he could have known the plan, because ain't nobody else know the plan of where I was going to be at. Tommy didn't know the plan of where you was going to be at. He ain't know you was going to really take the back roads. And obviously, you didn't take the back road. So, what's going on? Claudia just sitting here like, put two and two together. Why would he, like, you saying this out loud and it doesn't even sound right coming out your mouth? You know, it's so many holes in it. Why is it like y'all was working together? He was trying to kill the Serbs. So why would he all of a sudden link up with the Serbs? It just don't make sense. And then take out Gloria too. And he was like, well, he was fucking her. And I guess he figured, well, if he can't have her no more, can't nobody else have her. I said, that don't even make sense. Tommy only been down here for 2 goddamn weeks and he ain't no bit now in love or hooked on a bitch like that, you know. Like, come on, Vic, he is not love struck like you, okay? And I'm just sitting here like, po Vic, you are not ready to run this empire. You are not ready, okay? But the daddy come out there and basically was like, what y'all talking about? Oh, so you trying to come against me? Cause Claudia, cause you know, of course, Vic like, Claudia don't think that he did it. Claudia don't think that he did it. Okay, bitch, he did this shit. Now either you with the family or you against us. Which one is it? I said, why would you put her in that predicament? Claudia, you know what? In the neck, okay? Just all you gotta do, take it and put it in the neck. Like, you know, you did old girl in the back of her head, do your daddy in the side of his neck, okay? At least put it in the lungs, because he can't breathe as it is, you know? Moving on from that, Liliana goes over there and sees Tommy and basically tells her that, you know, she got word from a girl at the hospital that, you know, because it was word on the street that Vic got shot at. But he alive. And they don't know about Gloria. They said Gloria was up in the car, but they don't know. Okay? But she all to the good. The car was totaled and everything. So, you know, they was talking about maybe it was the Serbs or whatever. And it was like, well, yeah, that's what it is. He was like, you think, no, Liliana had asked, do you think Gloria was with him? And he said, no, I don't think so. I said, yeah, she was. She's gone to glory now. So, you know, Flynn, he at the house. Claudia comes up in there. Basically, what he want her to do is to babysit Vic. Make sure he don't go after Tommy or anything because he gonna take Tommy out. I'm sitting here like, Tommy gonna get y'all before y'all get him. I just want y'all to know that. Y'all don't know my nigga. Okay, y'all don't know him the way that we know him. So we're just gonna let this play out and let y'all think y'all doing something, okay? But at the same time, he was like, listen, I'm putting together a war room and I want you to come in on it too. And I'm sitting here like, oh, me and Claudia said, wait a minute, sir. You want her in on the business? And she was like, wait a minute. What changed all of a sudden? He was like, listen, seeing my son get almost died twice or whatever, getting shot at twice or whatever, it's just making me value what I miss and my kids and all this shit. And, you know, I can come to terms with the change of the times or whatever and make some changes or whatever. And she was like, "Da, that's all that I ever wanted." I said, girl. He said, what I need you to do too is don't ever go near Tommy Egan again either, okay? Because we gonna kill that motherfucker. I said, oh my God, what is gonna happen? This is crazy. It's about to be a shootout. Bah, 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 bah. Okay? Meanwhile, you know, you got Polly want a cracker. First of all, Vic came down there. The way Walter is playing his kids, and you know, you playing on this, you're a terrible parent. You're a terrible parent. First of all, you terrible for putting them up into this lifestyle that you got. I mean, it's one thing to let them not, you know, be in the dark about it. Girl, I wish I could show y'all the design of my hair. Anyway, it's one thing to let them not be in the dark about the shit that you're doing so that they won't be surprised, but you bringing them in on it or whatever. You bringing them up in this gangster lifestyle, you know, this lifestyle of violence. Oh my God, I'm so traumatized. I'm so traumatized. It's a lot of violence. But, you lying to him, okay? You lying to him to manipulate his mind. Basically, like, you see all of this stuff that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Now, you on the right path, and I'm finna show you what it means that you need to step up, okay? Because this is blood, all right? I'm finna show you that you ready to rule this empire. You know what I'm saying? You got all these fools that's around you or whatever, but at the end of the day, they ain't gonna be there when you really need that, okay? They ain't gonna be there. It's gonna be family. It's about blood and everything, okay? I'm sitting here like, he said the choices that you made when you was a boy ain't gonna be the choices that you made now that you're a man. Because listen, I know you gotta live with the fact, and I know you woke up and you realized that if you hadn't got up in that car and left, Gloria would have still been here. I said, why would you do that to him? I don't even like Vic like that, but why is you guilt tripping him like that? That was a low. Walter, you just need to go ahead and just take your last breath because that was just low. That was just okay, just to get in his mind to be like, see, this is what I've been talking about this whole time. This is why you need family. This is why because this is what I've been preparing you for. I said, this don't make no damn sense. And of course, Vic, he going along with it. He going along with it like, yeah, da, I see what you've been seeing this whole time. All the beef that we had before is over and done with. We finna come together and we finna get Tommy. That's what we're about to do. I said, no, please go back and go heal, okay? Go heal. You know. Meanwhile, Polly come out there looking at Vic, not Vic, but Walter like, you know what? How he doing? He healing up. He cheery. He peachy or whatever. But it's all to the good. He said, you know what? Gloria, she shouldn't have died. It was like, yeah, well, whatever. I said, damn, Walter. You can't even fake it no more, okay? He was like, for somebody that just, you know, your kid just got shot at and his girlfriend just died or whatever, you literally up here acting like you got a little pep in your step, okay? And he was like, I mean, shit happens, but, you know, we're about to get back at the goddamn Serbs, okay? We're about to go to war with the Serbs, and I'm finna fuck around and get Tommy as well. It was like, first of all, you up here trying to make it seem like Tommy had something to do with this. If Tommy really wanted to take Vic out, he would have been took Vic out, okay? He wouldn't need nobody else's help. And that's the thing. Tommy has the prime opportunity to do it anytime. Vic was in close proximity of him. Even when they went after the Serbs, if Tommy really wanted to take him out, he could have took him out. Okay, remember they was working together. They was going at the Serbs together. When Simon got killed, when Elijah got killed, Tommy could have turned the gun on him and did that a long time ago. I said, now, Vic, you not thinking. You are not thinking. Meanwhile, he talked about something. First of all, Polly had to tell him, listen, we ain't got the man force for all that. He was like, that's fine. I'm finna bring in the 4 horsemen. He said, are you serious? We not finna do that? He said, I'm finna make the fucking call. I said, all right, Walter. You about to put yourself in the grave. That's all I feel like you're going to do, okay? This ain't going to end the way that you want to. Meanwhile, you got JB. He over there at the lab, and he wound up trying to call Kate. Baby, why Kate disconnected that number? I said, damn it, bitch. Kate really ain't shit. So he go back over there trying to do what he doing. And at the same time, you know, you got, what's his name? Claudia. What? Oh. Tommy was trying to call Claudia. He was looking into somebody's window or whatever because he was trying to call Gloria. That's what it was. He was looking into the bar that Gloria was at, you know, and he don't know that Gloria is dead, okay? So he calling her phone, and she's not picking up because he's worried. He go back to the lab. It's payday. Everybody's doing good. JB doing good. We keeping up with the prices. We keeping up with the supply and demand. Everything is going crazy, okay? At this point, you know, when he was divvying out the money, he was telling them what you're not to spend there, how much to spend. Don't do this to be suspicious or whatever. So they all know that. Meanwhile, JB come over there, and he basically like, I know we had this agreement to, you know, keep me on to pay off my debts. And the debt is really helping me or whatever. But why do I have to stop after I get my debt cleared? How come I can't stay and figure this out and, you know, continue? That is not what Tommy wants, okay? Honestly, Tommy don't want his family in this. I really feel that way because we already get him trying to get D-Mac out the game or whatever. That's what he said earlier. And then you get him trying to say to JB, why you want to continue doing this, okay? But then JB was like, listen, I called her. He said, what? He said, yeah, I called Kate. He said, why would you do that? Look at the hell that you broken up. I said, oh my goodness, baby, the fury that came out of Tommy when he was coming at JB about calling Kate. I said, oh, I don't never want to hate nobody that bad. I don't never want to hate nobody that bad. I mean, he was pissed. I said, oh, shit. And speaking about D-Mac, he walking down the street, and he coming around the corner, and Marshall was there. The dude that flipped on him, his bro, okay? He like, yo, I just want to tell you that I'm sorry, you know? Jenard and them, they cut me out of the business going to see cousin Buddy or whatever, his cousin in Indiana, because it was him that brought that idea of going through them to be couriers, for the drugs and all that stuff. But they took it and they took over it and cut him out the whole deal and all that. And so he was like, I just want to say I'm sorry, and I want to get back on the tip with you. You my bro, whatever. Do what you gotta do. Hit me, cause I deserve it, all right? I deserve it. Cause D-Mac was like, they cut you out the same way you cut me out, bruh. Okay, fuck you, nigga. I said keep that same energy, keep that same energy. And old boy was like, go ahead, hit me, cause I deserve it, I deserve it. I said hit his ass and walk the fuck on back. He almost hit him, scared him like he was gonna hit him, but he did. He was like, look at you, little punk. Okay, you all scared and everything. But you know what? You my bro. You my bro, and I love you. He was like, yeah, you the only one that I got too. Okay? He said, listen, so you want to get back at them CBI boys? I said, D-Mac, what we about to do? No, stick with the money. That's what I want you to do. And something about this whole situation, maybe I'm a little paranoid, but I don't want D-Mac and Marshall being together because I just don't trust him. Meanwhile, over at the police station, you got Begin again. He out there and he getting accosted by old boy, the other detective, the white detective that basically told him, I need 50,000 like by Friday. He said, wait a minute, nigga, I can't get that. He said, basically, you're going to give me the 50,000, okay? Or your sister is going to be ended up at the state, and that's a terrible place to be at because she's in a vegetative state already. She's about to be taken care of by the state. You don't want her to be there. And then everybody at this police station is going to know what the hell you've been doing, okay? So what you need to do is you need to hustle up this money. He was like, God damn it, bitch. I can get you at least 20,000 or 30,000 by Friday, but I can't get you the whole 50 right now. He was like, give me the whole 50. You better make it happen. I said, I don't like this. But then again, I said, Ben, again, you chose the wrong side, sir. Okay? You chose the wrong side. Next thing you know, we see these niggas getting off this, coming out the airport, right? I said, what airport is this? This must be a private airport. Because, baby, they came out with big bags, and I look at the body of the bags, and they set that thing down on the floor, and it was 4 of them. I said, oh, these the 4 horsemen, okay? I said, oh my God, they must have flown on a private plane because, baby, I'm pretty sure them was guns in them bags, okay? Them bags was long and boxed. I said, oh, Lord. It is really about to go down. I said, I looked at the Mayans and shit like that, Sons of Anarchy and everything. So yeah, we're gonna see what's going on. Meanwhile, Tommy going over there to Liliana. They looking for the stash. She done put her stereo down. But he basically was talking about Claudia. Claudia, he's been trying to call her, but she's not answering as well. And it was like, this bitch is ghosting me. And it was like, I don't know what's going on. It's not, we out here making moves. We getting money, we reing up, the demand is there, but she is not answering the phone. Something is up and I don't know what it is. And she was like, look, it ain't like we can just go grab her, tie her up and beat it out of her. And it was like, you can if you just hit her in the right spots to have the bruises and stuff. It was like, okay, cool. We can do that. I said, oh my God, y'all finna go get Claudia like that? Damn, bitch. Claudia's in a fucked up position at this point. She got to show loyalty to her family, and she also got a girl, Tommy, and now he found out that the Irish mob is up in there. Girl, they trying to find out what's going on. But did you hear what he said when he said, so damn, Flynn really do think that the Serbs is the one that put that hit out on him? I said, that the Serbs is really behind his hit or something like that. I said, excuse me? Now let me finish watching the episode so I can understand what he meant by that, because if Tommy really had something to do with Vic, I'm sitting here like, nah, that don't make sense. It don't make sense. But I think you just said that to say it like that. So Jenard is downstairs in the basement of CBI headquarters, and he is up there talking to Black, okay? Basically going off about the fact that he done found out that Tommy is the one that's behind the Dahlia, okay? He is upset at the fact that Diamond is still messing around with him, and he want to get his ass. Meanwhile, Damon comes in upstairs. They're in the basement. Damon is on the regular floor. He comes in and he's taking his stuff off and he can hear them talking. Hear him basically saying, you know, I knew it was a reason why I brought your ass here from New Orleans. You was the one that was going to take this nigga out with me. You know, I'm tired of my brother and his dusty ass, you know, way of thinking or whatever. Fuck Tommy, fuck Damon. We got to take his ass out. You got to be with me when I overthrow the throne. I gave him this throne or whatever. Made him believe that he was back as the headquarters, the head of the CBI and all this shit. Basically, everything that he's been saying, Damon done heard all of it. All right, he comes upstairs. Damon come from out the back, making it seem like, oh, I just got here. I didn't know y'all was downstairs. Because, you know, I was like, oh, shit, I didn't know you was here. He was like, I didn't know you was here either. Baby, they up there talking, you know, Damon trying to make it seem like, you know, yeah, I went to the pipeline. It's a little bit slow. He was like, yeah, it could be slow, but, you know, it's going to get back to normal soon and all this stuff. And they hug each other. And both of them looking like, it's some shit that's about to go down. Like, they both holding on to some shit. And I'm just like, oh, my goodness. This is bad. I don't like this. Okay, I'm sitting here like, at this point, baby daddy, you gotta take out our baby's uncle. Okay, that's what you gotta do. You just gotta do it. Okay, I know it's gonna hurt, but you heard what he said. Like, he really trying to plot and take your life. Like, he'll take your life before anything. He said, fuck you, daddy, okay? And we don't need that type of element around our kid. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that around our kids. So, uncle gotta go, okay? But moving on from that, Tommy went over there to Claudia's. He was like, bitch, I was surprised that you let my ass up here. She was like, why? Because your ass been ghosting me. It was like, what's going on with Vic, whatever. It was like, you should know. And it was like, what you talking about? Basically, he gets down to the bottom of it and was like, so what's going on? I heard he got hit by the Serbs. Oh, you should heard because you probably had something to do with it. So you really think that I had something to do with that shit? Why the fuck would I have something to do with it when I told him to get the hell up out of there? And he was like, Claudia was looking at him like trying to figure it out. Okay, you know, she was keeping her composure a little bit, you know, trying to stay strong, but you could see it in her face that she was trying to put 2 + 2 = 4, and she figured that 2 + 2 did equal 4, especially at the end when he was like, why the fuck would I put anything out on Vic? If I wanted to take him out, I would have been took him out, okay? You just don't understand that. Like, he annoying or whatever, but not enough for me to want to take him out. That ain't even my issue right now. So what? That don't even make sense. And he was like, well, somebody else up in the car? And it was like, Gloria, she didn't make it. And the way Tommy looked, like he choked, like he just felt it. And I said, oh my God, did you feel something for Gloria? And I don't think it was because he really felt something for her, like on a love type of base. He respected her. He liked her because that was one of the first people that, you know, actually was cool with him. Am I tripping? But did something just waff up? Baby, and I'm not high. Okay, so, all right. But anyway, what was I saying? Baby, Claudia was the first one, not Claudia, but Gloria was the first one that really was like cool with him in that city. Okay. And so I think it's that element to it. And plus she was truly an innocent person in all of this, you know? And so he was like, who told you this? And it was like, well, you should know. Okay. And he said, consider your source. And that's all he had to say. And Claudia knew. Claudia knew that her daddy was fucking this shit up. Okay. Meanwhile, she said, nigga, you need to watch your back too. Okay? Watch your back. She gave him a warning that some shit is gonna happen. Meanwhile, my baby daddy just be out here trying to do his thing, you know what I'm saying? He just trying to live life right a little bit with a little bit of illegal shit on the side. Just a little bit, not enough to take him back to jail, but enough to get by. And he just trying to man his business. And then he trying to go into the jobs to get some money for us. Next thing you know, he get accosted by somebody holding him up. I said, who is this? Girl, it's Ben again. I said, sir, I said, damn it, fuck him up. Okay, listen, you could have, my baby could have easily took him out. Y'all know why I'm calling him my baby. Let me tell you something. I done found his Instagram. I feel like a bird, bitch. Like, he got titties, okay? His pecs look like titties to me. And I was just like, oh my God, he's so cute to me. Anyway, you know what? He could be my sperm donor style. That's it. I be collecting sperm donors in my head. Like, you know, my partner, y'all can go ahead and do that shit. We can have some cute babies. We could be a family. Anyway, so he come up in there and he was basically like, you gotta do this. This motherfucker done knocked my man in the head with a goddamn gun. I said, and then gave him a punk ass hit. I said, that's the best you could have did. You ain't even make him bleed. You ain't even cut the skin, bruh. You ain't even hit him hard enough. I mean, you hit him hard enough to bruise him, but not that hard. I said, ugh. You know, he all up in his feelings and telling him to go downstairs to the safe and, you know, he need 50K. Well, first of all, he said he need 100, okay? But then Damon wound up giving him 150 because he was like, you know, we up in the same boat. He said, don't you ever put me up in the same boat with you. I am not in the same boat with you. He was like, listen, bro, you really think that I wanted to grow up and be on the street and be in the street life and all this stuff, do this shit that I'm doing now? No, I wanted to be a respectable type of person. It was like, but look at what I'm doing. And then look at what you're doing. You still up in the same, you doing the same thing that I'm doing, okay? I said, all that I'm better than you went out the window when you start taking the take from, you know, Flynn and them, okay? Vic or whatever. So y'all is on the same level because y'all both criminals at this point. And he was like, but I'm here because of you. He was like, I'll take that. I'll take that, you know, because his sister got fucked up and whatever drug that got put out on the street that he took off, you know, and now he got to pay for the expenses, and this is the way of him paying for the expenses. And he was like, and now I gotta being blackmailed by this white cop or whatever. I said, oh, okay, by the white man boot. I said, well, I mean, it is what it is. What you could have did, but you know, it is what it is. And so I guess Damon, you know, he had a heart or whatever. That's why he went on ahead and gave him the 150K instead of the 100K. You know, he was like, just go ahead, take the shit. Meanwhile, he gonna sit down with his baby mama, Miss Reporter Girl. I said, you know, Damon, you can have your fun with her. Don't trust her enough. But, you know, she was like, what's wrong with you? What happened? I was like, listen, my past done caught up to me just a little bit. She was like, oh, that's fine, but you ain't got to talk about it. He was like, you know what? I do want to talk about it. I said, what you want to talk about? You know, you could tell her just a little bit. You tell me all of the information when you get home. And she was like, you know, he was just talking about all the stuff, you know, finding out that somebody that was close to him just, you know, lied to him and ain't showed their real face and ain't who he thought or whatever. She was like, yeah, I understand that, woo, 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 you know, and I'm going against my teachings in school, whatever, you know, falling for my subject. And he was like, that's what they teach you in school. And it was like, they taught me on the first day how to edit and read and write and spell check. I said, ew, what y'all about to do? She was like, come here. They kiss and everything. I thought she was about to wipe something off his eyes. They kissing and shit. I said, oh, I still don't trust you, bitch. Okay. Meanwhile, Tommy came up there to interrupt the whole situation and tell him to come outside to talk. Okay. He wanted to ask him for some peoples. Like, you need to come in on me because the Serbs and Walter finna come out here trying to fuck shit up or whatever. He was like, listen, bruh, I did what I had to do back in the day with you already. You know, our situation is over and done with. I'm not trying to go to jail for nobody. So I'm sorry, bruh. I can't do this. He was like, okay, cool. So this led Tommy to go to the goddamn Serb and talk to Merkovich himself. Merkovich was like, so what the fuck you want? He was like, listen, bro, I need an army. And a favor, whatever. He was like, well, shit, bitch, it's gonna cost you. He said, how much? 1.5 million. Okay. Merkovich said, well, shit. You saw how quick his face changed. He went from being like this to, because he wasn't expecting Tommy to just go ahead and say, done, right quick like that. He was like, well, tell me who trying to come after me. He said, that's going to cost you. He was like, okay, what? He said, put in another 1.5. He said, I'll put in another 500,000, another 500K. If you tell me who put that hit out on Vic. And he was like, Next thing you know, in suburban, is that the language? I don't know what the language is. Suburban, suburbia, Siberian, girl, whatever. In his language, he said, tell your mama I'm sorry, or I'm going to tell your mother that I'm sorry, or bless your mama heart, or whatever. And he looked over there to old boy at the door. Old boy at the door is the boy that was in the guy that was in the car with Liliana that he took out, okay? And he was like, you know, He wound up taking him out because he was the one that put the hit out on Vic. I said, oh, all right. And he gave him that 500K, and he said, it's Walter. It's Walter. So now he gonna go get the money, and he literally had $2 million just waiting for him. I said, "Oh my God, all that money, just stashed everywhere. Give me a couple of dollars, shit." And so now he working with the Serbs to take out Walter. Meanwhile, D Mac and Marshall then went down there to Gary to talk to the cousin. Okay, the cousin don't even fucking know D Mac like that no more. Not D Mac, but Marshall. He about to fucking fuck him up. Like, you family, but bitch, if you ain't got no drugs or whatever that you what we here for, okay? I'm in business with CBI. He said, fuck CBI. They ain't got shit. He was like, I'm working with Jenard. Oh, Jenard hit you up with that Black Dahlia that he ain't even got the product for. He gave you some shit that he don't even got. But see, we got it right here. And he was like, what you talking about? He was like, look, D-Mac opened it up, and he was like, here we go. And he was like, okay, cool. You bring me back 4 more bricks by tomorrow or whatever he said, and then we'll be in business. If you don't, I'm gonna fuck you up. And I said, all right. That eyeball just be going every which way, bitch. When he shot that bullet off and it hit that car, I said, now did he intentionally do that? Or he just couldn't see and the eye got caught. I don't know. But Freddie Gibbs is funny. Y'all gotta watch him on that Peacock show called Bust Down. That shit was hilarious. Child, Claudia then pulled up on the street. She get out. She see Tommy talking to Merkovich. I said, God damn it, okay? She get back to her place. You got Vic and her daddy there. She was like, listen, I should have listened to you. I ain't never turned my back on the family. I'm all in. I knew Tommy was doing some shit. I didn't know it was this. And he was like, what you talking about? I saw him talking to Merkovich himself. I said, oh my goodness. I was like, oh no. Flynn about to get his kids killed, okay? Because now it's like they all finna be on his side. Now they got a reason to be on his side. And did you notice how he was shocked when she found out, okay? He was shocked that it actually was true, in this sense. But in reality, he only got to be that way because, you up here trying to take up come for him, and now he knows that. And he couldn't get the CBI connect. So now we got to go to the Serbs. That's the next best thing at this point, Meanwhile, Jenard is pissed off because he done found out that D-Mac and Marshall done went down there to Cousin Buddy up in Gary. And, took the connect from him and gave it to them, okay? And had the Dahlia on them. And he was like, how the fuck did they get that shit, though? And he was like, you know what? Tommy. I put D-Mac on this motherfucker, and he came back empty-handed and gave me the money back. We got to kill that little motherfucker. We're going to kill both of them, and we're going to take Tommy out, too. I said, oh, my goodness. Not the kids. Meanwhile, D-Mac, he up in the, where he was doing the money at for Tommy. Tommy come down there, and he was like, yo, guess what we did? Me and Marshall, we done got you a new connect or whatever, a new person. We went to Cousin Buddy. We told them don't fuck with CBI to get the money, to get this, dollar and all this shit. He was like, why would you do that? It was like, you don't know who the fuck that is. I don't know who it is. Damn, did you even think that you probably could have been, watch coming back? He was like, I don't know. And he was like, you tripping, it's a good thing. He said, no, it ain't, okay? I did not say to tell you to do anything, to bring anything to Gary. I didn't tell you to do shit, okay? You gonna get all of us killed. Like, you can't be doing this shit. You fucking up your future out here doing dumb shit. And at this moment, he was like, why the fuck you care? He said, listen, you can't be out here doing this and shooting up clubs and shit. And when he said the thing about the club, he was like, the fuck? He said, yeah, I know you was up there shooting up that club. You want to know how I know? Because I know JP your father and I'm your uncle. And he said, bitch, what? He said, I'm your motherfucking uncle, so I gotta protect you. I don't believe that shit. He pulled a gun out on Tommy. I said, D-Mac, put that shit down. Tommy said, you ain't gonna shoot me because you ain't no killer, okay? And he ran out of there. I said, his little lanky ass. It is something about seeing tall people run from the back when they emotional. They just be lanky and shit, okay? It don't be firm or nothing. It be funny as hell. But he go to this little stash box, looking at the pictures and stuff like that. And here comes Tommy talking to him. And, they have a little moment. And he was like, JP, your daddy, we need to talk to him. He said, I'ma tell him, but you gotta tell him. You know, he told him that he had followed him to the house. He didn't know that JP was his brother, whatever. He saw you and all this shit, but Tommy said basically, you're gonna have to tell him. He said, you the fucking adult. Now, when he said that shit, I remember that he was a kid, okay? At that moment, I remember that he was a kid. And he was like, okay, we'll tell him. Meanwhile, they go upstairs and they finna walk away, whatever. And he was like, I ain't finna be calling you Uncle Tommy. I may just call you Tom. He was like, no, we ain't finna do that. Okay, Uncle Tom, we ain't finna do that. Next thing you know, that burgundy Cadillac pull up and two guns come out and they start shooting at him. Tommy pushed D-Mac away. He started shooting back. I'm pretty sure I think Tommy hit one of them. But then, you know, D-Mac fucked around and got shot in the gut. Okay, right in the side of the gut. I said, oh my God. No. They was just about to be a family. What is going on? We can't have this. Not the kids. Not the kids. So he hurried up and get him to the hospital. Looked like they was at St. Bernard, bitch. I said, he might as well. He good as dead if he's at St. Bernard. Y'all got to go back to when I told y'all about my experience being at St. Bernard. Bitch, I will never go to that ghetto-ass fucking hospital again. I said, I don't even understand why y'all took me over there to that fucking hospital. I don't even go all the way far south like that. I said, what the fuck is this shit? Worst hospital I ever been to. Bitch, moving on from that, JP come up there. He was like, what's going on? He was like, it ain't my blood. It ain't my blood. He was like, okay, what? He was like, you know, the boy that was shooting at your club. He was like, yeah. Oh, he got shot. I mean, live by the street, die by the street. That's what happened. And he was like, he your son, JP. And he was like, what? He showed him the picture. And he said, how long you knew? He said, I know him for a minute. I was just looking for a right time to tell you. He said, you should have fucking told me the first time you found out. Okay? And he was like, come on, JP. He said, what you doing? He said, I'm finna go in there and be with my son. I said, oh. That scene kind of got to me. It kind of got to me. We don't need no division. Meanwhile, you got Claudia and the Flynn's. They down there at the bar. They meet up with the four horsemen, okay? Vic all up in charge and shit, trying to act like he the man in charge. I said, Vic, I don't take you serious. You don't even look like. Girl, anyway. He was like, thank you for coming down here. He was like, yeah, I'm good to be down here to do what I do. I said, oh, what y'all do? He said he liked to kill. That's basically what it is. And then he looking at Claudia. He was like, Claudia, what you doing here? You looking good, but what you doing here? It was like, my daddy came and said that I can be here. Since when? Since now. And daddy had to come through and say, listen, we need your people, and you need to navigate through Chicago, and what you need to do that, you need her intelligence, so that's what we gonna do, okay? And then here come Vic. We finna take out every Serb up in this city that we can get our hands on, and we mainly gonna take out Tommy Egan. I said, you know what? That's what you think. And that's how it went on. D-Mac better pull through. K-Ass gonna pop up in episode 10. I got a feeling. Okay? But y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode. I'll see y'all later. Peace.